Hello everybody, my name is Solo, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing a game called Anime Siege. Now this came out, I believe, I think the same day as Anime Rangers X. If you guys don't know, Anime Rangers X right now is actually kind of in a little bit of a little like trouble. And what I mean by that is apparently units were disappearing, and then as units were disappearing, people were getting upset, and then people being upset, eventually some of the devs started getting upset with people and saying things that they shouldn't have. And yeah, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. If you cannot be a dev and be professional, you should not be a game dev. Plain as simple as that. Gonna be honest with you, I've worked in customer service for years. I literally was working at a phone like center at one point. So yeah, if you can't like keep yourself like grounded and not be able to, you know, freak out at people because they're angry about stuff, then yeah, I wouldn't go into the line of work that requires you to talk to people. Gonna be honest. That's just my own personal opinion. Because it seems like some of their dev team definitely need to learn that thing. So I was just checking the banner on Anime Vanguards. I still play that, by the way. I just don't play it like... I'm not to the point where I want to play it all the time. But basically, so we start out here. We have Goku, we have Ichigo, and then we have Gon. Yeah, honestly, it starts out pretty much as most of the other ones do. There are, of course, game passes. Not as many game passes as I would think, to be honest. There's, of course, items, gems, and gold. There's codes, which we'll get into in a second. There is summoning, which if we go into here, looks like Gojo is on the standard banner. It also has some Bleach characters, some JoJo, and of course Naruto and One Piece. There is the Siege banner, or not Siege, the Raid banner, which looks like some solo leveling, and then some more Bleach. There is the Siege banner, which I'm not sure who this is. And then the Lucky banner, which has a secret. Have no idea who that is. But anyway, let's continue on and we'll see what to do next. Okay, so a few other things I will point out here. Number one, their battle pass does not contain a character you can't like get anywhere else. It does contain like Evo stuff, which, by the way, apparently Evos cost you like having extra units. So like, for example, if I want to Evo Ichigo, I need 2 other Ichigos, and then 2-star green, 2-star fruit green, and 2-star fruit pink. Right? Sorry, I was eating in between. I don't know what this does. Like, there are some things that I don't know what they do. I don't think this does anything yet. And I don't think this does anything yet. There is some sort of exchange, which you can exchange gems for gold. But yeah, let's go ahead and do our first mission and see how that goes. So another thing I will point out is a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Anime Rangers X is not a tower defense. I will say this. Tower defenses are only based on if you're fighting waves of enemies to defend a tower, which you are in Anime Rangers X. There is no prerequisite of not going and destroying the enemy tower, and there is no prerequisite that your units have to stay on the track. I think people just put that down to be like, well, technically they're not a tower defense game. And if you're one of those people, I don't know, shame on you. Like, to be honest, like let things be things. Like everybody's so focused on like what anime game is the best I just have fun playing games, like, genuinely, and people are gonna have fun playing whatever they're gonna play. But I'm not gonna sit here and just say, oh, well, your game is garbage, and you should be playing this other game because it's so much better. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll just let people play whatever they want and actually have fun with. I will say I do like the animation here though. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think the characters are probably the better ones that I've seen. That's weird because it says ground buff, but I've yet to see anything that's a buff capability. Okay, let's take a look at Ichigo here because he gets placed down for like a lot of money. It's probably because he starts at like, oh, okay. Oh, that guy actually is like hitting back. Okay, so that's why it was a thing there. Okay. Okay, so Goku maxes at 50, whereas Ichigo, ooh, he gets a slash, which we can watch Ichigo. I do like that anime games do this where you can like spectate. I do like the hair on Ichigo. I will say this is probably one of the better models for like characters that I've seen. I have seen a lot of things like, oh, well, when are they going to get better models for anime rangers, right? I'm just kind of like, I don't really care. Like better models are cool. I mean, look at SpongeBob Tower Defense, but they're not everything. Again, look at SpongeBob Tower Defense, because SpongeBob Tower Defense literally has really good models, but it's also like the most pay to win game I still actively play. Although I do say, oh, don't hate on what people like, and then I turn around and immediately hate on Pet Sim 99, but that's for a whole different reason. Mostly because it's like very much the most pay to win game on Roblox. If you guys heard that, by the way, I'm opening a soda. Because if you're wondering how I make so many videos, I run off caffeine all the time and like zero sleep, so cheers. No, I'm kidding. I actually do get sleep. I'm chilling out. So actually Gon is actually our best person here. None of these units have passive like abilities, which doesn't surprise me. They probably won't get passives probably until later on. I do agree with some people. It does probably need to be faster. Like, I'm sitting here and it's only wave 10 out of 15. So, yeah, I'm going to finish up here. And then we'll do whatever, like, summon or whatever comes up. And, yeah, we'll test out some other stuff. So, I'll be back. Okay, so, yeah, I'm starting to see where people are saying it's a little bit long. But we do have enough to do a 10 summon on the regular banner. Now there is the lucky banner, and I'm guessing it's because it puts the secret at 1% instead of, you know, some of these other ones. So let's just do it 10 times. Ooh, Whitebeard. Okay, and now we have, I believe we now have enough to Evo Goku, if I'm not mistaken, because I think you only need 2 or is it 4? Okay, you need 4 extra Gokus. Either way, I'm gonna do a bit of grinding and then we'll come back. Alright, so we have about 3,000 gems. We've done some summoning, like we have some legendaries here. We have some extra ones down here. We're gonna see if we can get Genos and Naruto, and then of course maybe if we get lucky, we can get a Gojo, but that's only if we get lucky, of course. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm just gonna get a Gojo. There we go. Does Gojo have an evolution? That's the real question. No, he doesn't. Goku does, which I still want to work on and try to get. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have Gojo. I think honestly I'm gonna save my gems. I don't think I need a second Gojo, to be honest. By the way, the whole like key system, still don't know how that works either. Doesn't really explain like where I'm supposed to go. The only thing I've seen is this traits. So if you hit yes, and then you also like come in here and go, oh yeah, and you re-roll. Like, so you get reroll tokens, which costs, like, I don't get the difference between using the Cosmic Crystal and the reroll token. So, yeah, but let's go test out Gojo real quick. Also, for some reason, it didn't do the story for going after Recoome, so maybe, let's see. 1, 2... Dazzling Destruction. I guess I'll do Dazzling Destruction again and see what happens. But yeah, Whitebeard and some of the legendaries are actually really good for just going through story stages, I'm gonna be honest. But I want to see what Gojo can do. So Gojo does not have a... So do the only people who have passives is like Evo units or like something that are like higher up? Because like, I don't think I've seen any, like, character yet that has a passive. Or maybe passives aren't, like, in the game yet because the game just came out. Which, by the way, overall, it isn't really that bad. It reminds me of almost every single tower defense game I've played that is literally just came out. Like, so for the people being like, well, it's so bad, I'd rather play Anime Vanguards, you do realize how many updates Anime Vanguards is on, right? Like, that's another, like, thing that people just kind of casually skip over, is how many updates every single other, like, anime game has come out with. Like, for example, if I go to Anime Vanguards, what, we're on update, like, 15? I want to say it's 15? Or sorry, not 15, 5. Ugh. But there's a lot of like 0.5s in there as well, so it's like more like update like almost 10 or something. Either way, and then like AA and other games like that also have a lot of updates. So it'll probably like find its rhythm over time. Although it is weird that Gojo isn't really like over the power of like this guy. Like this guy can also go up to like 2.5k. I'm guessing it's just because Gojo has like an AoE, if I had to guess. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, if you guys want a brand new game to play and you're, you know, not wanting to sit there and do AA, AV, ALS, or, you know, any of those, I'd check this game out, see if you guys enjoy it, and that's quite about it. Like, I'm not gonna get into this one's better, that one's better. I really don't care. I'm gonna probably keep an eye out on it. I do have another game that I'm gonna talk to you guys about that I have been a content creator for. Yeah, see, this guy has more damage somehow. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, as always, hit the like button, comment down below. What are you guys thinking of Anime Siege? I haven't been too far into it, so I can't give 100% of a like response of how I'm feeling. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you guys never miss a video. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day, stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.